This year's Bill Russell Finals MVP goes to Nikola Jokic.
Nikola, you've said that you never envisioned any of this for yourself, being an all-star, a two-time MVP, and now a finals MVP.
Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and the Denver Nuggets are NBA champions. They finish off the Heat 4-1 in 5 games, and they're champions for the first time in franchise history. 47 years of existing, no championships until now. And Nikola Jokic led him there. He led them there to this championship. Wow. Let's first off, before we get into, talking about, the Denver Nuggets, 2 things. 1, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys all know that fun YouTube stuff. And number 2, let's congratulate the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat went on an unremarkable postseason run this year, starting as an 8 seed, being 44-38 heading into the playoffs, losing their first play-in game, barely beating the Bulls, demolishing the championship favorite Milwaukee Bucks in 5 games, taking on the New York Knicks, beating the Celtics in 7 games after going up 3-0 and then coming back and then winning 3 games and then going on the road and winning a tough Game 7 and then pushing this Denver Nuggets team in Game 5, an elimination game, to a tough game, getting the best out of Nikola Jokic in the 4th quarter, and them ultimately losing in the NBA Finals as a number 8 seed. We just have to congratulate them, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Eric Spoelstra for the amazing coaching job that he did, all the role players for getting them to this point. Miami, they had an unbelievable season, one of the best runs by a postseason team that hasn't won a championship ever, frankly, being an 8 seed. Ultimately just so impressive from them and what they were able to accomplish this season. But getting off of that, man, let's just talk about the Denver Nuggets, because the Denver Nuggets are NBA champions. They're NBA champions. Something that has never been said before about this franchise. They've never made it to the mountaintop. In 47 years of this franchise's history, they're just now winning a championship on the back of Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. Coming up huge in that 4th quarter. Jokic being 12 of 16 from the field, having 10 points in the 4th quarter. Jamal Murray basically taking them there at the end of this game. It was amazing. And, we'll talk about, what this means for Nikola Jokic and, his status as an all-time great. But honestly, I'll get into that in another video. Obviously, as 2 MVPs now, a finals MVP, all of that stuff. We'll get into, where he ranks like all time and stuff in another time. But let's just celebrate this team. They were built really, really, really well with Aaron Gordon and KCP and Bruce Brown, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic and Michael Malone on the coaching bench. And, them just doing their thing and them finally being healthy. For an entire postseason run, and they just ran through the playoffs. They beat Minnesota in, 5 games. They beat the Suns with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and Monty Williams, and they take them out. And then they go on and beat the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and them having a stellar end to the end of their season, and they go on to beat them in 4 games. They sweep them, and then heading into the NBA Finals against a red-hot Miami Heat team coming in with fire, thinking they're going to win this, and they beat them in 5 games, shut them down, and they had absolutely 0 answers for Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic in this series. Zero answers for that 2-man game. And frankly, the rest of the league doesn't have an answer for the Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic 2-man game. It's so effective the way they work together. You know, it's almost like it's Kobe and Shaq like. Not in essence saying they're as good as Kobe and Shaq, but in essence is they work together as two teammates, as the two best players on their team. They kind of have a symbiotic relationship on the court where they feed off one another, and it's just an unstoppable two-man game when they're both firing at all cylinders. And it showed in this series that there was just no answer for them. Zone, man defense, you know, throwing different defenders at Nikola Jokic, putting Jimmy Butler on Jamal Murray. None of it worked. None of it worked. And they're walking away NBA champions. NBA champions. It's just ultra impressive what this Denver Nuggets team was able to do all season. They were the best team in the West all year long. You know, ended up with the number 1 seed. Ran through the playoffs with ease. You know, got this championship like it was nothing. It was finally their time. And they were finally healthy and they got the job done. They just got the job done. We have a new NBA champion. Wow, it's absolutely amazing. We've had a different team win the NBA championship for the past 5 seasons since 2019. We had the Raptors in 2019. We had the Lakers in 2020, the Bucks in 2021, the Warriors last season, and the Nuggets this season. It's just great for the league to see some parity where we don't really see the same team winning the championship every single year. You know, we had that stretch from 2015 to 2018 where it was Warriors-Cavs every single year. And the Warriors won 3 of them, the Cavs won 1. The Warriors went to the finals in 2019. They lost that finals. You know, the Warriors won in 2015 before it started. We had LeBron in 10 straight NBA finals. As impressive as LeBron is, we kept getting LeBron every single year. You know, he was winning rings. We haven't had some parity like this where the past 5 seasons we have a different championship outcome in a long time. And I think it's great for the league to see that. But going forward with this Denver Nuggets team, I don't know who's going to come up and stop them, especially in the West. I don't know who's going to come up and stop them when they're healthy. They've showed that they're an elite team. Of course, we have some teams with some injuries this year, some issues they need to work out. The Celtics with their coaching, you know, the Bucks with their roster, Philly with their roster and their coaching, you know, the Lakers with their depth, the Suns with their depth. You know, they all have something that they need to work on a little bit. And now it's proven that Nikola Jokic can be the best player on a championship team. Jamal Murray can be a number 2. This surrounding cast is really good. Michael Malone is a great coach, even though we've known that for years. They're gonna pose some problems for the next couple of seasons coming up. They're gonna pose some serious issues coming up. Let's just, like I said, congratulate the Denver Nuggets on their amazing season. And that's going to be it for this video. Peace out. Stay safe, guys.